is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game. Don't play with my name, you come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game.
It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch him flat-footed and get a big play.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll try and run forward with Sanders. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I will see more than trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game of the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting to get the ball and get it open, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12.
Now Tannehill with a little touch pass to his wideout.
Stopped up shy of the 45 despite some pretty powerful running.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over first and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football. Nice little nifty play for them there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just stuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
Play action. Here's Hurts. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. McCaffrey. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 15. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
It's complete to Brown, right side.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Goddard. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers.
So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots in the passing game on a quick change like this and go right back and throw one for the end zone. Here they just called a running play looking to get a few yards, but he's able to work his way downfield and take it into the end zone. The end result, the exact same thing as going for it in the passing game.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll work this down inside the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Hurts finding Goddard there. First down, Philadelphia.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
That's swung out wide to Sanders. Touchdown, Eagles! Miles Sanders, a 16-yard touchdown. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they will ring him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here. Maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 5 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And some room to work. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. First down, San Francisco to pick up 14 yards.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things real.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Gay's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Now it's Tannehill. They'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he is going to have the Niners first down. And he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. McCaffrey running up the middle. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 143 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And Gay knocks this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 47 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kid who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 180 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Tannehill's throw pulled in by Marshall. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Eagles' 13-yard line.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd and goal, Tannehill. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the 49ers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Fields it right around the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10. Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Open man is Goddard, the tight end. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 38, Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
6. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. He'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Dallas Goedert, 32 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Important extra point up and through. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. This to advance to the divisional round. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that changes everything here in OT.
Well, plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs. They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
This is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Not lacking aggressiveness here to begin overtime, Charles. A pretty big play right there, and looked like it might have caught the defense off guard. They may have been expecting something a little more conservative.
Yeah, they've got to shore things up in a big way, because they make any more mistakes like that and really let them drive it on them, they'll be putting their offense in a tough spot to answer if they want to extend their season.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
Here's Hurts to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Right back to Sanders on first down. Running right through it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Things now, Charles, looking pretty good here. A great opportunity to try to cash in for 6 on the opening possession of overtime.
And what I'm liking, Brandon, is what I see down on the sidelines. I see a defense huddled up and ready to go, already preparing for their opportunity to go on the field and close out this game.
This is caught. Touchdown, Eagles.
And Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win them the game anymore with the rule changes and overtime of the postseason, but they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure is now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And CD, the pressure is on here. Only a touchdown on this series will prevent their season from coming to an end right here, right now.
And this is why the postseason overtime rules were changed, partner, to afford teams an opportunity to respond in this type of a situation, because in the past, this game would already be over, and the losing team would be making off-season plans. Now they've earned their way into a postseason. They do get a chance to answer after the other team scores first.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So CD in the postseason, they obviously get the chance to answer that touchdown from a bit ago, but how do they set aside that pressure knowing that their entire season is coming down to this series?
What a great question, and I don't think that they set it aside. I think that they confront it, and they've done it throughout practice time in preparation for opportunities like this.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
Down to about the 45.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Well, here we go. Now it's gut check time. They need to convert here to keep the series and their season alive.
And obviously, this is their biggest snap of the season. And across the line of scrimmage, how about that defense? They feel exactly the same way. And they know they're one stop from celebrating a win themselves.
That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force them to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the first down and get a fresh set.
Huge fourth down conversion. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
Well, what a game this has turned out to be here. Second possession of overtime. Obviously, Charles, they need the touchdown. And now looking pretty good here in the red zone.
And in addition, they face a very important decision if they do reach the end zone. Kick the extra point, kick the tie, and send this game to sudden death. Or go for 2 and let it come down to one last two-point try.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. It's a 14-yard touchdown run. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Now the 49ers electing to lead the offense out there and go for 2. Now Tannehill. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense. Right?
That's true. You've said that before.
And the Eagles season will continue at least one more week. Thanks for watching, and so long, everybody.